Well.
Oh
I
no!
didn't do it.
No, the
didn't
camera's
do
all
it.
messed up. How'd this happen? I spent so much time.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I'm Ryan. Hi, guys.
Matt.
What happened?
No.
What?
I feel like I need to be offended at this point.
There we go. You know what? This works.
Oh my
What, the,
god.
Oh,
what did you
okay.
just change?
Wait,
Uh,
what
This
is
works. You
There,
actually
we
just
have
presses a
two
button.
nearly identical scenes.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
my god.
This is a management nightmare.
Like I said,
If
we
did
need
this
we
under one roof in one studio. This would be simple, but no.
we need to do a spring cleaning on our scenes.
That sounds good.
Yeah. We need
Can
to
we
get
do
rid
like
of
a
all
Big
the.
Brother, like D&D style house?
Yeah, we need to get rid of all the extra life tabletop appreciation weekend stuff that's just cluttered right now.
What do you mean? It's only
Anyways.
like 43 weeks away from the 2024 one.
Yeah, about that.
Oh no!
What?
Don't
You're not
count
gonna
already.
do it again this year?
That is a discussion that we will have. We gotta focus on our first extra life event this year first.
Anyways,
More to
hi
come on that
friends.
later. Yeah. Welcome back. It is 2024. It's been so long since we did this campaign to the point that we've forgotten everything, and we're just going to start a third campaign. So this is session 1.
What a way to drop it on us.
Yeah. You guys are rolling characters tonight, suicide rolls. Whatever you roll, that is what your stat is. You're not rolling multiple times.
But I like Fig.
Well,
This
We
is
have Fig
I
at
don't remember
home.
anything.
this is Fig at home.
Yes.
Taking it home is your Strahd character.
Jade. Just bring back Jade.
It was Jade, yeah.
Yeah. That's the other thing. I'll just break out Strahd. Where is that over here? God.
I mean, we just need
Alright.
to switch games and level up a couple of times. We'll be fine.
Yeah. That's at least in roll 20 because we started online. So. Okay.
Okay,
I'll go
I'll
let
just start a
Christina know, be
Cthulhu
right back.
campaign right
Yeah,
now.
get her on here.
I'll just start Cthulhu right now. It's fine. Make it up. Who's ready for
Alright.
spoop?
So, are we ready for the first session of 2024? Session 56.
Maybe.
No.
I had somebody ask me earlier today, like, just out of curiosity, do you know when you predict the campaign to end? I was like, you're funny. I'm like, if I could plan that far to that degree, that's impressive.
I'd say we're a good 20%, 30% along our intended goals. Probably 70% on what we'll actually accomplish, but who knows?
We'll see. I mean, like I said from the jump, I wanted you guys to make characters you wanted to take to level 20, whether or not we'd get there. I'm just glad we got to 10.
Halfway there.
We've made it to 10 with no losses yet.
Yeah,
Yet.
got close. We've gotten close.
Yet.
So
It's just because Cirion's too good. Too good of a healer.
Somehow.
Second wind,
Secondary
man.
healer.
I have questions.
Between
got
his
the
second
banner
wind
and
and
the
his
second
banner,
wind.
he is the healer of the
Oh,
group.
yeah. That's true.
I do not know how I became the healer all of a sudden.
He's a support
you are
class.
a DPS spec healer.
Yeah. What is that? Discipline priest?
Yeah, and
I
wow.
mean, I was gonna go with Holy Paladin, but no, that'd
Holy
be Ret
Paladin too. Yeah.
Pal. That'd be Ret Pal.
So. All right.
Sage
So-
in Final Fantasy.
Since it's been about 4 weeks, I'm not going to subject anybody to giving a recap. And I'm not going to subject anybody to going through trivia, because let's be honest, our brains are probably still fried.
I wrote
So-
down the dragon's name.
Hey! Wonder if they'll ever come back up.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. So, the Fellowship here recently traveled to Rhûn via Darwinian in the hopeful search of coming across the other blue wizard, Romastamo. They met with the elusive elven race known as the Avari, one of the firstborn, and the first to never leave Middle-earth, essentially. Avari meaning left behind or unwilling, ones who stayed in the far east, and of course had French accents, because I wanted to make them very different. They came across two notable Avari, Erison and Nithil, who appear to be some prominent leaders. They found out that Romastamo had gone missing, thanks to reuniting with Locke, and they went further east at their behest, along with a new compatriot, a old friend of Fig's, Galad, who had succumbed to a vampire-like curse.
Vampire-like curse? What?
Do you have a better descriptor?
I thought he was a vampire.
Yeah, sure, why not? They set out east for the forest of Rhûn on the other side of the Sea of Rhûn in search for a abandoned or long forgotten temple that the enemy has set up shop in, looking for Romastamo. They snuck in, located many captive Avari and Romastamo in the midst of a ritual of sorts, and a large constructed archway made of dark, almost obsidian-like stone, dark ore that they had come across very early in their adventures together. And during this ritual, the archway sort of emanated an energy, a portal of sorts, and coming forth was a shade-like entity that referenced very ancient and old things, and revealed for the most part himself to be the fallen Valar, Morgoth. The enemy seemingly trying to attempt to retrieve his physical self back into Middle-earth and bind it to the plane. Though this entity could only stick around for a minute or so before it was forced back into the plane of where it was currently bound. Fellowship rescued Romastamo and fled and returned back to the Avari in the mountains on the western side of the sea. From here, they regrouped and discussed what needs to happen next. And one of the things that they ultimately decided on their next course of action was to return south and find their other compatriot, Morintar, the other blue wizard, and begin the search for a Silmaril that the enemy is allegedly looking for. And that is where we're going to pick up tonight, as the Fellowship enters a Fellowship phase, a point of respite and reprieve, where they may do certain things and obtain certain benefits and rest and prepare for their next journey. So I will hand it back over to the players, as this is a phase in the story that they drive mostly, and I just do what needs to be done. So for the sake of things, we can start right back within the mountains of the Avari, pretty much same day or the next day, what have you, and you guys can decide how we would like to proceed.
So, I don't remember what I sounded like. It was so long ago.
Pretty close.
Oh shit, I haven't done Fig's voice in forever. Oh no.
So the plan is we're meeting up in Pelargir, right?
More or less.
We go south then to track the Silmaril. And
In
Mole.
Omar, yes.
Very well. I will probably head directly to Pelargir, stopping on the way to Osgiliath to talk to Captain Turgon about our hope for some aid in the coming battle.
Well, if I'm going to be crafting anything for any of you, I will not be going anywhere. There's really no place else I can access a forge necessary to do my craft other than here right now. Not without going very far out of the way.
I think I'll be staying around and while waiting for if luck would be so generous. But figured I gotta stay around for that. Maybe work on some stuff.
Yes,
All right, good talk. Go team.
As part of all this, you definitely need to be close, because unfortunately I have to get much closer to you than I ever had any intention of if you'd like matching gear.
I was looking at Daw.
I can and will cut you.
I wish I could say you would be the last, but let's be real.
What about you, Vig?
I am not sure yet. I have a letter written for Audathor for a bird to send to, but perhaps I'll stay here for a little bit. It is
Right,
a little.
so we're sending Grandpa off on his own. Got it.
It is a little hard to leave Galad alone right now here.
He'll be with me.
When we all go, he will be alone. And I am not confident that someone else here won't stab him in the back.
I would like to say that your fears are misplaced, however...
Mm-hmm.
You never know. At least with you here, you can be the one to stab him in the front if necessary.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I'll gather.
Are you all right to travel alone?
Yeah, but it should be pretty simple by myself. We've traveled this road before, and as an individual, it's much easier to hide and find my way and not draw as much attention. Once I get closer to Gondor, it'll be a much easier travel. There's not a whole lot out here. The Wainwriters, I'm not worried about them.
Oh no, Kevin. Yep. Oh.
I mean, I stayed in place. I'm fine.
I did not. I became Brian.
Sorry.
Oh God, Lindsay running now.
Just you wait. Anyways.
I'll be fine. I'll gather some supplies, and Duster and I will make the trip in record time. And then I can take it easy and wait for you all to catch up.
So in short, if we make it to Pelagia and you're not there, just assume you died on the road.
Correct, yes.
Got it.
How long do you need to stay for work at the forge?
That varies. I can likely work out the materials I need, as long as I have something on hand. A handful of days. Enchanting's longer than the actual crafting itself of the gear. It's still run, by the way, Matt.
Oh, that's cool.
Until you translate it, then you realize what it is. You're like, well,
that is cool.
had 3 potential names when we were first planning that out.
So a few days at least, or up to a week, it sounds like.
If all I'm doing is making Cirion's armor, then yes. If anyone else would like anything crafted, it will need to be a little bit longer.
The journey from here to Osgiliath on horseback is roughly 16 days, by the way.
And then another day or so from Pelagia.
Yeah.
So that's 2.5 weeks. So probably up to 3 weeks total for then us to catch up if you just work on Kevin's stuff. Is my math right in that?
I don't know who
Roughly.
Kevin is, but Cirion.
I am speaking as a player me!
I am Kevin, Captain of Gondor, Citadel,
Never-
Guide of the Citadel.
That would be
Never
sick.
again do I want the person that's like, wait, we're supposed to be RPing? To comment on an out of character comment. We have the clip, Kevin. Brian got so angry. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a role-playing game! Anyway.
That moment lives rent-free in my mind.
Oh, it lives rent free in anyone associated with you is fine, my friend. Believe me.
I wish I could say I
Anyway.
was sorry.
You wish? You won't.
So, TLDR, 3 weeks. If we're only doing Kevin's 3.5 to 4, if I were to say forge figs alongside it, forge an axe
then-
trio.
Okay, so then if it's 3.5 to 4 and you do 2 things, that would then be 2 undertakings for each person, correct, Loremaster?
Roughly.
So I guess, do we want the potential of 2 undertakings for this fellowship phase? Or not?
I do have an idea to fill a second undertaking. I can, if I have to, if I have time in Pelagia, I can go there.
Remember, you gotta legitimize your first child before you make the second.
I was saying, I can go do research to see on Umbar and potentially I don't know if they'll have anything on Silmarils, but you never know.
Oh yes, say hi to Aram for me.
But
That's Milo Thack, right?
Yes, that's who you think sounds like Milo Thatch, yeah.
Oh, Aram.
I like
just
Aram.
We
He's
need
good.
custom art now made that it's just Milo Thatch fitting into Middle Earth.
Sure, let me just add that to my list of shit. No problem.
I mean,
I'll
how
get
long's the
Christina
list?
to do it. It's fine.
Well, currently on the list is finishing the draft of a book. So, anyways,
That's not related
I
to
am
this
fine.
at all.
huh, what?
That's not related to this at all. That doesn't count as part of the list. That's your personal list. It's not your adventure checklist.
No, the adventure checklist is extra longer.
I feel like the adventure checklist is just like a roll of parchment that just rolls, like, just keeps going until it, like, gets outside.
And at the top, it just goes
No, she-
1 day.
No, she gets close to finishing it, and then I poke my head in her office, going, "Hey, I just had this great idea,"
And then I cry. I cry.
and then it just.
Yeah. I am
Guys, get the
down.
knife ready.
I am fine with 2 undertakings if everyone else wants to do that. It doesn't really matter to me either way.
I am cool with that.
So a month.
Yep,
A month
sounds like
worst case.
we'll get to Umbar in a month. You know, give Morgoth a month to recoup his forces.
It's
We
great.
already have
need to-
time to play hit
great.
and run. It's
It's great.
fine.
It's great.
I mean, most
I
of
have a
that
better
month,
idea of what they're dealing with.
most of that month, at least half of that month, if not more, is just traveling.
Yes. So I mean,
That was
it
unavoidable.
is what it is. Yeah. Because
Remember, Gandalf spent 17 years in Gondor before he came back for Frodo.
Yeah,
like,
studying.
You need to leave. So
And if
there
I
is
could,
a
I'd go to
concept-
Minas Tirith
there's
to
a
study.
concept in this world that things take long periods of time. Not everything is on a dime.
Very Tolkien. Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah, remember, we're working on Tolkien logic, not
Yeah.
Talking
modern
time. We're working
military
on
tactics.
talking time.
I love it. T-squared Tolkien time.
Not I can snap my fingers and obliterate this place 2,000 miles away.
Cool.
Morgoth versus an intercontinental missile, what wins?
Morgoth.
Probably.
Just need one sniper rifle in Middle Earth. Give it to Legless.
That photo I sent
Oh
you guys
my
of like
God.
Sauron and Morgoth aside,
Yes.
when I saw that, I went, oh.
Yeah, that was my realization too of, oh, I was diving around pillars underneath a 30-foot tall shadow. Great.
Yep.
I was
We
like, that's
fucked.
I was like, that's a big boy.
Perspective's everything.
Sauron is tall. Morgoth is tall.
Sauron is tall,
With-
Morgoth is damn!
With extra L's, like how thick is extra C's.
Exactly.
Oh, our stream stopped.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I still see
No.
it.
It's still
It's-
up.
Mine. Yeah, this is
It's still up on mine. I was gonna say, don't scare me.
I was like,
It's
don't
just Lindsay.
do that to me.
I guess it was just me. I had to refresh. I'm fine now.
Because every once in a while, I do have a hiccup with my internet connection that disconnects my streams. It hasn't
Oh,
happened on
no.
AdventureCheck yet, but it's happened on my personal streams.
oh, bye, Lindsay.
There's that.
Hello.
Hello.
I accidentally hit the disconnect call. My bad. I was gonna say, now that you said that, it's gonna happen on here. Or, you know, I'll just disconnect myself
Yeah,
instead.
you took the hit for me, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It's a
I will
self-fulfilling
be right back real
prophecy.
quick.
Alright, so 2 undertakings.
All
Aye.
right, you talked me into it.
Awesome. Awesome. I have to think of one more then.
Always
fine.
always have a backup. A backup character, a backup undertaking.
See, I resorted to my backup when I couldn't think of anything else. So now I need
That's no longer a backup.
Right. Oh man. Let's see. Anyone else is free to go first that is not me while I figure out what I'm doing for my second undertaking.
Okay. Kevin, do you
So
know
it
what you're
sounded
doing?
like-
I know what I'm doing.
It sounded like Locke and Cirion are hanging back in Dorwini, and Malvhor, you're heading out to Osgiliath.
Osgiliath and then Pelagia.
Okay.
My
Fig,
ultimate
you know-
destination where I want to do my undertakings is in Pelagia.
Okay,
Osgiliath is just a stop to deliver a letter.
fair enough.
I'm
Fig,
passing
do you
through
know
town.
where you are intending to take your?
I
have
was
the ability essentially to travel to anywhere you've been before, though that could, you know, alter your timeline if you go to any of the other places that were just talked about.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I can't reach Greenwood and then down to Pelagia in 1 month. Most likely.
I conveniently still have the when you guys went to the Greenwood before.
Oh yeah. I feel like it took a month just to get there from Pelagia.
That is traveling almost the entire width of Middle
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I can't do that. And that's fine. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be too complicated.
That's fine. Then, that's fine. Then it doesn't, make the letter I wrote to Auditor moot. Because I actually wrote one. So.
You did. I do have it.
Yeah. Although, okay. Yeah, I just need to think of one more. But if anything, I was at least going to hang back for a little bit. And I guess now that Locke is going to work on something for me too, I might as well hang back until the three of us journey together to meet up with Malvhor.
I'm just...
Probably.
You know, I probably could do what I want. Well, I could do one of my undertakings here, but not both. So I'm not going to do any here.
Right. So I'm gonna pull up the player's guide so I can figure my shit out.
That's not a terrible idea. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I just don't know the
Why
specifics.
don't you? Oh, I was gonna say you. Why don't you start then? You or Kevin start. While.
I can start because I'm the oddball, and Nick stepped away.
Okay, is there anything you want to do, not fellowship phase-wise, prior to departing?
No.
Okay. Alright. Then we'll say over the course of a few weeks, you depart from the Avari Sanctuary and your companions and take your horse and head back down the way you guys originally came, through the fields of Dorwinion and the open lands north of Mordor, and have a pleasant stroll as the autumn wind begins to chill the air, and you cross across the Black Gates and down through Ithilien to Osgiliath.
Okay. Yeah, Osgiliath is not where I'm doing an undertaking, but I am stopping as Osgiliath is on the way to Pelagia, so I'm stopping here anyway to rest.
Okay.
And I'm here bearing a letter from the Avari, from Nathil, to Captain Turgon. I think technically I may have wrote the letter, but... And I'm here to petition the good captain for aid in the future and apprise him of the situation.
All right. You return to the familiar, almost ruined city of Osgiliath, the former capital of Gondor, and cross the river to the western side and find the Isildur's Bastion, the barracks of the current guard stationed, and find one of the familiar faces of the commander there, of Captain Turgon, not donning his armor behind the desk that he's been so accustomed to sitting behind these recent months.
Captain?
Malvhor, it's been some time.
It has. It feels like I've been all over the Middle Earth. I've just returned from Rhûn, Captain.
It's a far journey.
Indeed it
Fancy
is.
yourself sightseeing in your retired years.
I wish, Captain, I wish. We were drawn to Rhûn at the behest of a wizard, so the news is never good when a wizard's involved. We tracked...
What brings you back here?
I have business further south, but specifically with you, I've come to inform you of the situation and make a petition. The Mouth of Sauron is building an army in Rhûn. An army consisting of orcs, goblins, Númenóreans, and they even have a dragon in their ranks.
All good.
Oh, you're fine.
I know this is a lot to drop on you at once, and I'm not being very tactful about it, but it's a very dangerous situation. And I believe we need to understand we need to be honest about the full impact it may have. My allies and I, we are on a quest to put an end to this danger. It is why we must travel south. We have dealt a blow to the enemy most recently that will slow them down, but it will not stop them. Ultimately, a time will come when a small band will not be enough to stem the tide of evil. There is a group of elves in the mountains near Rhûn. They have been holding back this dark tide for a great many years. Without support, they are going to break. I know it is a far journey, but I'm here to petition you. What if you have any men you may be able to send to aid the Avari when we are ready to assault Sauron's fortress. Not Sauron, the mouth of Sauron's fortress.
That is quite a lot to take in. And if the enemy is mobilizing, as you say, even on our own borders here, just across the Thilian into this Morhol, sparing men as a bastion fortress here is going to be a tall request.
I understand, and I don't expect an army, but even a group of volunteers to bolster our numbers may mean the difference between a dragon in Osgiliath and not.
You've done right by this city, and myself, so I owe it to you to at least hear out this request. I'll do what I can. I have to run this officially up back in Minas Tirith.
Of course.
Before I make any troop movements. I will do what I can.
If there is anything I can do to aid you, you just have to say. You just have to ask.
Duly noted. Things have been quiet here recently. The Rangers and Athelion have dealt with most of the roaming bands of orcs, but
I fear this
the
is
city itself. The city itself is not what it used to be. I predict in a few decades' time that Gondor, if they don't continue to rebuild this place, will most likely abandon it.
That is a tragic notion, Captain. There's much history here.
Indeed. But I'll do what I can.
This threat is dire, and if we fail in our task, Captain, they will come for Osgiliath next, after they sweep through the Avari.
Well, let us hope that the old alliances are not dead.
We also
Not quite familiar with them.
We also have sent similar requests out to the Elves of Greenwood and some nearby dwarven clans. I cannot overstate the danger and the precipice we are on. I do not believe Middle-earth has been closer to destruction since Sauron last walked.
Well, it's going to be more of a question, is Gondor in any stature to weaken itself to send things?
I understand, but
Enemies
you've said yourself things have been a bit quieter around here.
They have, but that doesn't remove the enemy from our borders.
I understand.
Things do move beyond the scope of mine. I'll take this to the court. We will take this and see what we can do.
And this letter has all the details
Well,
from the Avari themselves.
well, let's see what they have to say. Anything is beneficial. I'll read it over and I'll find time to depart from Minas Tirith and see to this personally.
I appreciate that, Captain. You've been a much needed ally in these times.
Let's hope there are no shortage of those.
Yeah, let us hope indeed. I make way for Pelagier on the morrow, and shortly after I will find myself in Umbar of all places. I will need all the luck I can get.
Well, if you're in luck in Umbar, you'll come across one of my own there, too. Haven't heard from him in a while.
Is Bardo there?
He was last dispatched there some time ago. We haven't heard from him since.
We will keep our eyes out for him.
See that you do. He can probably be of some use to you there, and likewise, you can probably be of some use to him.
That is a place where allies will be desperately needed.
There's going to be few and far between there.
Yes.
Nary a friendly face. It's been talked about a city of corsairs that roam the streets, Haradrim, merchants and mercenaries run rampant. And to speak well of the Gondorian crown is a quick way to find yourself taking a salty bath in the ocean.
Indeed.
Tread lightly there.
I will tread lightly. It may be difficult with our full party, but we'll figure it out. We always do.
Well, good luck.
Good luck to you, Captain, and don't work too hard.
I'll let you know when that day comes.
Any news on the lieutenant? I know it's been a while since the incident.
He is serving out a sentence of treason in the mines north of the White Mountains, along with a handful of other prisoners and like-minded thinkers. I haven't checked recently, but that is at least the news I've heard.
A shame. Well,
Tough times changes people.
indeed they do. Until we meet again, Captain.
Malvhor.
And I depart. I'll spend the rest of the day just in Pelagier, and like I said, I won't depart in Osgiliath, and I won't depart for Pelagier until the next day.
Okay.
I don't.
Around
Yeah, I don't have anything
Osgiliath.
specific I want to do. I'm taking in the sights.
Yep. Hasn't changed a whole lot. Trade along the river is a bit of an uptick, considering the season. Winter is around the corner, so things are being stockpiled. Winter doesn't hit this area too hard, but it has been known to cause a ruffle in food supplies and the like. So, but that's pretty much it. Next morning comes without much of a note, and you depart for Pelagier, heading for the port city south of Osgiliath, and come to the all-familiar city and homestead outside the walls.
Which brings me to my first undertaking, which is going to be to heal corruption.
All right.
I am going to try and heal corruption by, first off, I'm going to go into Pelagear proper, and I'm going to purchase some painting supplies.
Oh. All right.
And
Simple
then
enough.
I'm going to go to the now potentially abandoned house of Goldwinds outside the walls.
It is very much abandoned.
How tall is the grass grown?
You've been gone probably close to a month or so from just travel alone and time spent in Dorwinian. It's probably a good, 6 inches tall. There's no horses to graze across, and no one here to just sort of keep it in order.
Any of the windows broken?
No, there doesn't appear to be any vandalism. There's nothing. It's just dark. It's weather worn for the most part. The only signs that no one's there is the fact that all the horses are gone. It's dark on the inside, and there's just no one been present.
I'm going to try the door and try to go in.
Yeah, it's unlocked. You walk into a dark and sort of cold interior. The hearth has been snuffed out long ago. There's not even ash remnants in there, and it's just the leftovers of departing in a hurry.
I'm just gonna take some time and I'm gonna wander from room to room, just taking it in. Run my finger through some of the dust.
Pick up some of the dust and you hear some of the almost ethereal laughter and conversations that have taken place while you were here. The sass of Laura, the laughter of Goldwyn, and the running about of Merwin's feet along the floorboards.
After just sitting in the silence for a minute, for a few minutes, I will light a fire in the hearth, and I'll do some tidying up around, just some dusting. I plan on just living here for the next few weeks until everyone else rejoins, so I'm making it livable.
Okay.
And then once I'm
Reestablish.
And then once I'm through with that, I'm gonna go ahead and set up my my easel and my painting supplies, and I'm just going to start. I'm gonna spend my first undertaking just painting a scene of this home in another life, in something that could have been if Malvhor had not left Goldwyn alone for 10 years, if he had stayed here instead. A picturesque family on a ranch.
Over the next several weeks, you attend to your canvas, your colors, and paint the image that resides in your mind of a what if. You spend this morning sunrises to paint this scene, and you reflect over your life to this point, the things that you've come across, the things that you've done, the choices that you've made. where you would have changed things, if you would have changed things to get to the point you are now, or perhaps a more fitting point. But you take your time expressing yourself through this medium. There's a few different checks you can make for this. I'll let you decide, because this can be insight as like a self-reflection. You can use sleight of hand as like a to actually make the painting, or any other one that you think. But this the way you're going about this, you can fulfill pretty much any way you want.
Yeah, I think you know, my insight isn't great, but it feels fitting.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with insight, and we'll just see how it pans out.
Okay.
That's an 8.
So his second undertaking is going to be heal corruption.
8. As you paint this scene in over the several days, and it begins to come together, and it begins to formulate this dream, this desire of what you might have wanted, knowing what you know now in hindsight. And it comes together with the use of color and the blending and your emotion getting poured into this piece of art. But instead of it sort of brightening your outlook and reassuring your path, you sort of find yourself almost like a bit of anxiety of getting hung up on, yeah, but this isn't the decision I made. This isn't where I am. I still made mistakes, and you sort of get hung up on this canvas. This is fantasy. This isn't what I've done. This is me trying to bury it and run away from it. So unfortunately, as you work on this beautiful piece, this painful artistic expression, on the surface paints a silver light across the story. The backstory is still painful.
Yeah, sometimes
That sucks.
that's
I liked what you were doing.
sometimes that's how the dice comes out.
It was so sweet. Oh.
It's just a bad roll. Now, if I rolled persuasion for whatever reason, there's no chance I was failing that.
Yeah, if you just like talk to yourself in a mirror to persuade yourself, and like you're not corrupted, you just convince yourself.
But I really like the idea of going to this abandoned place and painting like a future or a life it may have seen.
Yeah, that was super cool. I loved it.
If any artists out there want to actually make that, go for it.
That's so cool.
But now we can just roll right into my second undertaking.
Which is heal corruption.
I'm
I do another painting.
I'm not gonna try to heal corruption again because I feel like that would cheapen it a bit. The roll's been made, and anything else I come up with won't feel as good as the first thing. So
he's gonna sell the painting for money so he can take it to Umbar.
my second undertaking is I'm going to research lore.
All right, lore. Going to research lore.
Because I know there's there's a house of knowledge here in Pelagia, even though I've never been there.
Yes. The halls of lore. I don't have I don't have music for that. I don't have a setting.
Uh-oh.
Dads. Damn. I'll do this one. It's an Avari one, but I think it works. All right, you go into Peligir proper and cross from one area over into sort of the main section where you see like a tall citadel. Not near as tall as like the citadel in Minas Tirith or Minas Ethel, but a sort of base of almost like palace-like, where the halls of lore are kept. And you go inside and you see some scholars moving back and forth, but one of the younger ones approaches you as you come inside. Oh, hello. What can I do for you?
Oh, hello. I was curious what writings you had on Umbar.
Umbar. Oh man, that is a long history that is forever changing. Let's take a look. What in particular are you interested in? More history, cultural, or?
Definitely history. And
Alright.
and perhaps perhaps the current power base, the current political structure, or as current as we can have.
Oh, let's see what we can find. A lot of our correspondence from there haven't come in for obvious reasons, but we might be able to find something. Let me take a look here. So he sort of takes you through the hallways, down past several halls that have various stacks of parchment and desks and things looking about to all sorts of bound tomes, dimly lit through sconces. You come to a sectioned off area, a bit smaller, and there's some cobwebbed parchments adorning the wall, and he begins to sort of look through, gets up on a little step ladder and fingers through and pulls out a couple of parchments. Go ahead. I'd say you can make a lore check at advantage.
Ooh. My rolls tonight. That's a 12.
12.
So I technically rolled 3 dice, and I've rolled a 6, a 3, and a 5.
He hands you over a couple of the parchments. So this is what we might have on the current state of affairs there. Take your time. Feel free to thumb through them. Best of luck. If you need anything, I'm Aram.
Aram, pleasure to meet you. I'm Malvhor.
Duly noted. I'll be around if you need me.
Very well. And I'm gonna.
Big says hi.
I'm gonna start pouring through these parchments.
Why'd I see like a
12.
thing of Fig just popping up? Fig says hi.
From like a corner, like an anime.
Well,
12. Let's see here. As I'm doing 3 things at once, technically, because I think I realized there's not a portrait of Aram in Roll20.
Oh no, Aram.
Almost all my NPCs have portraits.
I wish the portraits were in alphabetical order by default.
I can rearrange them. It's just a pain in the
Yeah,
ass.
you have to do it manually. I wish it did it
Yeah.
automatically.
but alchemy doesn't have that problem.
Probably
Shots fired.
I was hoping with
players.
such a low roll on my first endeavor that my second one would be a bit higher.
Especially at advantage, yeah.
Yeah. I've been spelling your name wrong the whole time, buddy.
So,
It's okay, he's quite low.
not a whole lot, unfortunately, on the current makeup of Umbar. The most you get out of the information in front of you is that it is a haven. It is one of the largest port havens in Middle Earth currently. It's most commonly referred to as the City of Corsairs. It was first fortified in the Second Age of 2280. And beyond that, it has had all makeups of inhabitants from Numenorians to Gondorians, Corsairs, Haradrim. It is a bit of a crossroads in terms of culture. And alignment has been tricky. It's been the center point of several wars, and it's currently independent.
I'm gonna go ahead and find Aram again.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
I have another question that's a bit more. It's a bit more difficult to answer than my first one.
All right.
And I wouldn't be surprised if you don't have anything, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Do you have any sort of records pertaining to items known as the Silmarils?
I think we have one record of the story of them. If I remember correctly, they're of elven descent. The elves might have a bit more on them.
Yeah, and it would be helpful if I was, in the Greenwood or, someplace where... but I'm not. I'm here, so I gotta take what I can get. Bring me the story. Maybe there's a detail in there that, maybe it's a version I haven't heard before.
Sure. He brings you parchment on the story, and before I move forward, I want to make sure, because I jumped the gun on the lore check.
Yeah.
You rolled your check, so I'll let you do this for both of them. You can ask 3 questions on either topic, so you get 3 total. So you can either ask it on the Silmarils or Umbar, and I will answer those 3. So based on the information that he's provided you, I stopped short of reading that.
Yeah.
So
I've been pondering my questions.
Okay.
So my first question is, and I feel like this one's gonna be harder to answer. My first question, they're all gonna be hard. They're not gonna be easy questions, because they were easy, I would have got elsewhere. My first question is, who rules Umbar?
Due to the nature of the information that comes in and the records that the Hall of Lore keeps, they're not terribly current. There is times where they sort of lapse, where they might be a few years old. So keeping up to date through written records is difficult, as they tend to keep more in historical formatting. The last reference to a centralized leader in Umbar was merely referred to as the Corsair Lord.
Okay. The second question I have is, were there any notable elves in Umbar?
There does not appear to be any record of elves. Their kind is not quite welcomed in the region.
Does not hurt to ask. And the third one is gonna go out for my boy Cirion. Who is the Hellion?
Let's go.
I feel like Kevin tried to do this with a lore research thing forever and a half ago.
Probably.
It's funny enough because I went to go see
think so.
Aaron.
Yeah,
I
yep.
did. I went to go see Aaron. I was asking about it.
The thing is, like, I could ask a question about the Silmaril, but they're not gonna have anything more on the Silmarils here. And I'm pretty sure no one wrote down, oh, I tossed the Silmaril in the water here.
Well, now the thing is that due to the nature of the undertaking, because it's, you know what you rolled, and the book tells you exactly what your check is.
Yep.
So one of these answers I'm giving you is correct. The other either false, cryptic, or misleading.
Yep.
So.
Some bitch.
We work with what we get, guys.
Yeah, you gotta read into things. Based on what you can find over periods of historical reference and somewhat recent urban legends of stories about this Hellion who seems to have popped up in the region over the course of several decades. The most you're able to glean out of it is that they are seen as a Haradrim mercenary.
I mean, I feel like we all have our headcanon of who the Hellion is. That's it. That's the end of my second undertaking between the 2 weeks. Between the month, I guess. I guess I'm only really in Peligir for 2 weeks. I spent a part of it painting, a part of it researching, and nothing's really ever super fruitful. And at some point I will drape a cloth over the painting I made, and I will put it away in one of the back rooms of the house.
All the painting. It is a good pastime.
All right.
And that is I'm just waiting here for my allies to catch up to me.
Well, who would like to go next?
And with that, I'm going to step away for 1 minute.
I guess I'll go.
Cirion!
Good, because what you do will determine what I do.
Wow.
And we already know what I'm doing, so
All right.
I don't get to leave the forge for this entire.
So I'm gonna go see Locke and just go, well, Do you need anything else from me? Measurements? Steel?
No,
Things?
we handled the measurements. I have the core resources I need.
Ah, very good
It's a
then.
matter of doing the craft.
Well, if you need anything of me, I'm gonna go find Nethiel. I'm just got a question I want to ask her.
Just remember, I'm the one with your armor right now, not you.
Ha. Don't know if that should be...
Need to make it out of something.
That's true. So, I'm gonna go find Nethiel.
Okay. You leave the forge area that Locke is currently residing in. You make your way across the cavern system of the Avari, and over on the other side of the interior starlight lake, essentially, that sits inside. You go to where you've met Nethiel several times, with a carved out building with a large brazier next to it. Cirion,
Lady Nethiel? Well, we had some time to kill here, and... Is she wearing her swords on her back?
always.
Just making sure. Hey, for
Yeah,
one
no,
chance.
she always has them on her.
Okay. You seem pretty good with a blade, and I was hoping you might be able to teach me a thing or two.
I haven't made it this far in my life if I was not good with a blade or two.
I give a little smirk to the or two.
But what, pray tell, do you think you can learn from me as a Gondorian soldier yourself? What new do you think I have to teach you?
How to make a strike quick and deadly. As I kind of like tap the pommel of my sword, going, while my strikes are a little bit bigger, I wouldn't mind knowing how you can hit quick as well as hard.
It's doable. Though the blade of choice that you have there doesn't necessarily lend itself to nimble maneuvers.
And I'm just gonna kind of like draw it and like have it in the hand and the blade in like the other part of my hands. Like, it's a long sword. Can't have its moments.
I see you favor it with two hands, though.
I do.
It allows for powerful strikes, yet it does slow you down. You compensate for defense for offense in this case, allowing yourself to be opened up for counterattacks and to be off-balanced.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You can potentially help me in areas where I need improvement. And I'll sheath the sword back.
That's the thing, Cirion. You cannot be good at everything. You pick this blade for a reason. This is how you fight. This is how you've trained. The way I fight, she pulls out two blades and flips them around, is with speed and precision. Two very different styles, yes.
Agreed. Maybe you can help me polish up at least a little of my skill. Maybe a thing you notice. You seem like you could be a good teacher.
I could be. I've trained many under my tutelage in the centuries. But what makes you think you're worthy of my trainings?
Crap, I wasn't ready for that one. Well, I did help get the wizard back. Slayed a couple hordes. I think I have some talents.
Talents, yes. But unrefined talent pales in comparison to passion. I've
So
seen how
wouldn't
you
you want
carry
to...
yourself around here.
And that is...
Do you want to be a leader?
I do.
Do you want to inspire those around you to fight by your side, to fight for you?
I do.
Then sit up straight, goddammit.
Perk myself up. Yes,
Carry
ma'am.
yourself like a leader. Confidence, not arrogance. There is a difference.
Then let this be a start. So I'm gonna pull from my pack the empty wineskin that I had, the one that Fig gave me, and I'm gonna draw out my. So I have it in one hand. I'm gonna draw my sword with the other. I'm gonna throw it up, cut it in two, and look at her and go, "No more." I'm ready to be a captain once more.
She keeps her blades at her side and just sort of watches it as it hits the ground and looks back up to you. You will earn the rank of captain again. Come at me.
And I'll lunge with sparring style strikes.
The two of you spar and train while you reside in their sanctuary beneath the mountains. What is your goal with this?
So with that, I gain. This was not necessarily. This was a undertaking of one thing with a storytelling of my level up. So with that, learning from Nethiel, improving my mastery of the skill lethal.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, it adds my proficiency bonus or my ability modifier to my damage. And with that, what I was looking to improve was Cirion's wrap up on his character arc of no longer in the past, ready to accept his role and pave a new way for a new character, a new beginning.
All right. No check is needed for this. It's merely a character change that happens. Though not known to the world, not known to companions, Cirion knows it. And that's just something that will have to come out in the story. But Cirion has opted to begin his first steps down a different path. That's your first undertaking.
I really did have a second one in mind. I think.
You don't have to take a second one if you don't want to. I mean,
I didn't have a second one planned, and I want to just like pull something out. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the time while the armor's getting ready, just improving my skill and just kind of reflecting and improving Cirion's character.
Okay. All right. And then over the course of a few weeks, as your armor is getting ready, you train with Nethiel and do self-reflection across all these veterans that you've talked to between Adathor, Nethiel, Turgon, Bardor, and everyone, and how they've sort of impacted you on your journey so far in the dark paths that you leave behind you and how to progress further. And we'll see how Cirion evolves from here. And with that, before we get into the other two, we'll go ahead and take a quick break.
Yay.
Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back after these messages.
Do.
It's hard being a ruler, but it is good to own land.
Ooh, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear.
With haste.
I'm a bear.
Pack. We need
Right.
to leave.
I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. Look at me bearing around.
Burn! And latch onto you. You take 5 shadow damage.
This is not the hug I wanted. Alright, let's make attacks at him.
Roll them dice.
You missed my birthday, bitch!
Be all right, Heidi. Everything.
Gerda, I have a couple of questions.
Yes,
Don't be a little mouth, Gerda. You've said enough already.
Probably go up on sale tomorrow. My donut! I got it. I lost it. I dropped my donut.
Now, where do they keep mapsies? Regards.
Oh, come on! Oh, well, guess I'll just kill myself. Talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so
Are we there yet?
I think that way might work.
Are we there yet?
Kevin, you're fired.
Don't have us talk amongst ourselves then.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a role-playing game.
Beyond your years, my lady. I really wanted the bird. Someone get me a bird. Someone go on a hunt and get me a bird. Someone get me a bird. Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright. Hello?
My queen, a gift from the Southlands.
That's a bird!
You're welcome, my lady. Just know which house gave that to you.
Oh my god. Chat is screaming at you now. Wow.
Said the thespian.
Meh. Meh. Oh no. Meh.
In Lindsayisms.
Audience meh. Chat meh. Oh my god.
I think you've lost it.
I need to stop doing things on stream. Adventure.
Now let's take a moment here and listen in to the teams mic'd up.
That's mine, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. Fuck you!
We're gonna get a quest from Wynn. What kind of shady stuff is he involved with?
The fangs of
In my
smog.
younger years, I was a master assassin. I have made lots of enemies.
Kiss
All right, this is a
ass.
send it one.
Yeah, it's ascendant, but it's all about timing and finesse. Not like that, you fuck! Don't you dare, you son of a bitch! Why? Why? Why do you do this to me? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? I'm just trying to jump to the fucking... I just wanna get up. I just wanna get up to the... Just let me get to the ledge. Just fucking let me get to the ledge. I swear to fucking God. Just let me get to the goddamn... Thank you! God! Talking about that earlier. I found the code.
Where? I want to see where it's hidden.
It was behind the gate.
Like we suspected all along.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Taking a break.
Duck.
There is a pause button, you know.
Duck.
Just took a bit
Yes,
Those
that's
are all
better.
the
Back into
clues I
action.
would have used, which is why I got really excited.
She claims that she is of a particular tribe of hobbits. What is that tribe?
Crap. Oh, man, it's on the tip of my tongue. I really gotta start taking notes. I think Brian's doing this. Start making me take notes like this motherfucker. You know what? The Green Tribe.
Incorrect.
Written
Yep.
down.
She's a
Okay, fine. I'll start taking more notes. Fuck y'all.
Just like that. Health back. Go back. How is everyone? I'm doing. Why are they back?
You hear something.
Thank God I am half in the tank.
Can you read it?
Yes.
All right, hit
It'll
me.
take more than this to stop
Okay,
the
I'm gonna do my
strange
best to describe
brigade.
these. These are hard.
We hope.
Okay. Especially because I'm a little tipsy. So the first symbol is a blob with no hat. Does that make sense?
Apparently not.
And just a common tax for the patricians. Sire, no, it's poison! It's poison, you say? Ow.
Take a look at this map. Want a better look? Oh, look at that. Can I jump into this?
Gravity take over, but there's that. How the hell do I get... Oh shit! Oh shit, I'm sorry! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it!
I feel like maybe I shouldn't, but every time I use my inspiration, it goes down by 1.
We need a rest in peace.
I'm gonna
right now.
I'm gonna stop using my inspiration.
Oh, you're asleep on the job! Oh, you fool. You absolute fool. Poor fellow. Well, it'll be really unfortunate if he wakes up. Oh. Oh, uh-huh. Shit. Shit. He's awake. He's awake. He's awake. He's awake. Fuck you. Go back to sleep. Fill out into fur as her whole form begins to shift slowly into one massive adult brown bear. Ooh. Rise, Vigdis Erendil, Bjornsdatter.
Oh boy.
And bear the name of your father, Bjorn, as you are now the matriarch of your kin, the protectors of the forest, and those that will hold this land across that. From this moment on, your people will be known as the Bjornings.
Oh shit!
I'm a bear!
I shall stand with you. Shit, you're on your own. Salutations, listeners. My name is Professor Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. I'm known for being an educator, philanthropist, gentleman, adventurer, researcher, and now a conservationist. I wish to express my concern as of late in regards to the dwindling population of the majestic owlbear. These beautiful creatures are all too often poached and hunted by so-called adventuring parties for resources like hides, arcane focuses, foci, and experience. Here at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation, we are making a difference with our foster and breeding programs by taking in orphaned cubs? No, chicks. Juvenile owlbears. Our volunteers work closely with the owlbears in our care until they are of age and suitable for the reintroduction to the wild. Without our, and potentially your, intervention in this matter, owlbears could very well disappear from our forests. So, how can you help us in our effort in preserving the Aves mammalia? You can get involved in this effort by symbolically adopting one of our owlbear juveniles. Your donation will go straight to their support and care. Take a tour of our facilities and read our various literatures to educate yourself on this wonderful creature. Write to the lord or lady of your land and encourage policies that protect such wildlife. Learn Druidic magic and swear to the safeguard of the wilds and all the creatures that live inside of it, vowing to the defense against the brutal adventuring parties who go hunting for these gentle creatures in such a barbaric manner. And in that vow, you follow an ancient Druidic path that eventually leads you to the spirit of the forest, and they bestow upon you the power to take back the lands that once belonged to the beast and the bird that roam upon this realm. Recycle. Please help us in this noble effort. For more information, please direct all correspondence via a sending spell to the Office of Conservation at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation. For inquiries regarding my research, Adventuring Days, my latest publication, speaking opportunities, private lessons, book club, and knitting circle, please forward your sending spell to the office of Sir Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. The O'Toole Conservation name, logo, and image are all protected licensure and owned by O'Toole Philanthropy. Use of this without the express written consent of Sir Benjamin O'Toole could result in legal action, a failed death save, a gentleman's acknowledgement of a worthy adversary for being outfoxed, and or loss of consortium. Side effects of druidic magic can include uncontrollable vine growth, a sudden fascination of fungi, inability to revert from wild shape, body odor, an acquired taste for good berries, splinters, tanking for the party, depression, and or becoming one with the elements. The O'Toole Conservation is not responsible for anyone being maimed, eaten, killed, or disfigured by anyone attempting to approach owlbears. Please do not contact our officers with liability claims. We will cast silence. We mean it. Casting and speaking with animals within our facilities is strictly prohibited except by authorized personnel. We will take legal action.
More whiskey. Oh wait, I think I just did a character art of that shit.
I think
Yeah,
we
it's time to
caught the
start
whiskey.
method.
We've had the intervention with the character, now it's time to with the player.
That's only a problem if I stop.
Let me introduce you to method acting.
Wow, that got dark quick.
All right.
Lord.
So hello again. We're back. And I bet you all missed the fact that we use battle bards. Did you know
Battle
that?
bards?
Did we
No,
really?
we didn't.
Battle bards.
Tell me
Yeah,
more.
we do.
Tell me more.
Battle
Tell me
Bards is a
more.
fantastic soundscape service that you can use to bring life to all of your tabletop games, whether they be virtual like this or in person.
All of them.
And you can layer different tracks like we do for sound effects, soundscapes, NPC scripts. If you don't want to actually sit there as a DM and think of something, you can have a pre-recorded NPC script for shopkeepers, and you can just play that. There you go. Immersion.
Good lord.
No, we've got win. That's fine.
Yeah,
When-
you can get yourself Battle Bards and just get Battle Bards Prime and upload an audio, have a mixer and a soundboard, and get discounts on in-store purchases. It's fantastic.
How
check
can
it
I
out.
do that?
Tell them we sent you.
Ooh.
So, all right. Got that out of the way. I used to spend time thinking about how to do that. Now I just rattle like, blah. They used to be ridiculous. I don't have time for that anymore.
What are you, an adult?
I was younger then.
Adulting.
I was 2 years younger then.
Dude, a lot has happened in 2 years.
All right, so
Well, it's happened in 4 years, but we're not gonna go there.
Nope, just 2 of them.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about. I'm like I have lived in 3 places in the last 2 years.
Yikes.
Wow.
nomad life.
Peace, brother.
All right.
Win is the
let's
Hellion.
get back. Where has he been?
Start
I miss
posting them up.
Win so much.
He's currently off being the Hellion.
I'm convinced it's Ashlyn.
I was gonna say I want to
Head-
know who thinks
Headcanon.
who the Hellion is.
That's my
Headcanon.
headcanon.
The Hellion was Win. Then the Hellion
Now it's
disappeared
Ashlyn.
for a while and is now
Bad.
Ashlyn.
That's like Zorro level shit.
That's actually what my thinking was too.
I mean, it's arguably closer to Batman shit, but we'll go with.
Guys, I want this Hellion arc, god damn it.
Are you saying Win is Bruce Wayne in Batman Beyond? He's old Bruce.
Yeah.
What a great show. It's such a low-key great show.
Now, if we were right in that theory, you're not allowed to change it. Please. I need Win
If
and
you were wrong
Ashlyn
in
back.
that theory, am I obliged to make you right?
Yes.
You'll never know.
Oh,
The
God.
world may never know.
Do
I
you
swear to God,
truly
if-
know anything outside your own
If we
consciousness?
end this campaign and I do not find out who the Hellion is, I am going to rage.
It's fine. I don't need to know whether that was canon that you had planned or not. I just want them back.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm looking in my Hero Forge right now, and I already have had a Hellion mini since day one. So
I wanna see, 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 I wanna see.
no.
Oh!
I want to do a behind the scenes.
Because you sleep with a
surprise.
DM,
I remember
doesn't mean
when
you get inside
Brian
information.
was
You don't know.
planning this and he shared us a flowchart
Oh.
of the
I still
campaign.
have that. Yeah, I still have that. I haven't referenced it in a while. I was getting real in the weeds of like Act 1 and 2, and then as things progressed, I was just sort of naturally going with things, so I haven't like mapped out things too
The
much.
flowchart's falling
most
apart.
For the most part, we've hit everything that I've planned out.
And now we're in uncharted waters.
We're getting there, though.
Is that supposed to be a really bad Umbar as Pirates pun?
It works. Wasn't the intention, but it works.
Ye be sailing the high seas soon.
Yeah.
All right. So, back at it. Back into the fellowship phase here. We got 2 people left. Who wants to go?
Let's get mine out of the way to give Vig all the room that she needs.
All right.
So I'm literally
I
just
am pretty
crafting
long-winded.
Well, I'm literally just crafting shit, so I could have been done at the beginning and just left for the rest of the session, practically. I wouldn't have done that, of course. But I'm just saying, it's very set in stone what I'm doing. I am living in a forge for however long. I have the cot set up, I've got my tools, I got everything I need. They occasionally remember to feed me.
So you are returning to the forge. Let's see here. Let me bring that all up. All of our custom homebrew rules for this because
Because it was so garbage on its own.
it was very lackluster.
Like, some D&D feats are too strong for this setting. This was way too weak for the investment it required.
Yeah. So let's see. No. Where the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I found my reference sheet to a degree.
Yeah, I have the DCs and the rules that we made. I'm just looking
Okay.
for I'm looking for the original undertaking in the book, just so I have it. It should be under... No? Oh, duh. There it is. Okay. Alright.
The really dumb thing for those listening at home about artificer region was as soon as we leveled up, it went away. Anything I did, it disappeared.
Yep.
Like my last relationship.
It's like once your proficiency bonus increases, it like resets everything or something like that. It was kind of cringy. It almost made it not worth it to do at all. All right. So you are doing
our version of enhanced weapons.
Yes, there it is. So we're going to enhance. All right. So what are we enhancing today?
We're enhancing, basically Kevin's getting the equivalent of my own armor. So we are enhancing a leather corselet.
All right, so we're basically putting a +1 onto it?
We're putting the close-fitting enchantment on it, like I have.
Okay, so we're going to be enchanting.
Yes.
Okay.
Where are you at, Word document?
Alright, so that's going to be weapon or armor. Very low DC, because it doesn't have any other enchantments or enhancements on top of it.
Right.
So go ahead and make a check with your smithing tools. This is a leather corselet?
Yes. We're upgrading him from a jerkin to a corselet like we did with me.
So since this is an enchantment, you can either use dexterity for working with the leather, or you can use wisdom as a magical enchantment, like sort of spell bonus, if you will.
We're gonna go with dexterity with me.
Okay.
Hands down. I'm just going to roll thieves' tools, because I am proficient in them, and it is dex. Is that all Gucci? For the sake of not needing to create another entry.
You're proficient, not expertise, correct?
Yes. Just regular proficiency in it.
Sure. It'll be the same roll. 27. Yeah. Simple enough.
18. Natural 18.
Natural 18. You're able to reference sort of your smithing notebook and enchantments and review the keen enhance enchantment and are able to sort of imbue the leather stitching and threads across the armor to be a little bit more robust.
Kevin, for the sake of what you care about, if I remember right, it has no stealth penalty and gives 1 extra AC on top of what the base piece was.
So Kevin, your base armor was what?
Well, he had a jerkin before.
You're muted.
We're upgrading him to a corselet. So
Sorry, my base was a 14.
No, what is the armor?
Mine is ring mail.
Ring mail.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, then I guess I'm upgrading. Well,
I wasn't questioning it because I was like, am I just gonna get a whole new set? I was like, okay, man, like this is his thing. Sorry, I didn't speak up.
If you want to get him a new set, you'll have to pay the money to like get the new material for a whole new thing from scratch, or you can enhance
upgrade.
what he has.
We'll enhance what he has.
Okay.
In that case.
Yeah, I was like, I'll do what I have to for this, but I'm sorry, I just didn't want to interfere with the process. Like, oh, okay, I don't have a leather jerkin, so whatever.
Ring mail.
Sorry, I was just accustomed to literally all of us starting off with leather jerkin and having nothing else.
No, you're good.
Alright, ring mail is a base of 14. You can edit in your character sheet and call it close fitting ring mail. Ooh. And the AC now becomes 16.
Oh, yay.
And that is magically enchanted.
What does a magically enchanted give?
It gives you a +2 to your AC, which bumps it to 16.
Okay, I wasn't sure there was like another like caveat on there.
Nope, that's just it can be a caveat depending on wording of certain abilities and stuff, but for the most part for you, it just increases it to 16.
Okay.
And I think it still would remove the disadvantage on stealth with it because it's form-fitting now, essentially.
That's cool.
I will have to check the enchantments. Let's see, that should be... Because the one we have in Roll20 in the handout doesn't say anything about that, but let me check out of the book itself to make sure I didn't miss something.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that could be very easily abused if Brian or I were lesser folks. Because I do remember the enchantment literally says any piece of armor, so I could make gloves like this with +2 AC. I could make a helmet with this with +2 AC. I could make boots with this with a +2 AC.
Nah, I'm just tired of getting hit by just the right breeze and I take damage.
Enchanted qualities, name the item, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, at 10th level, that wasn't exactly a high AC to begin with.
I know.
Yeah, nope. Craftsmanship is any, so in this case it's Elven or Gondorian where he got it. Item is armor. All it says is it increases the AC of the armor by 2, so it doesn't.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I vaguely remembered something like that, but it.
Yep. So
I trust what you're reading more than I trust my memory. Obviously.
All right. So there you go. You have a 16 AC, but you still have disadvantage on stealth checks for now.
I didn't realize I had disadvantage on stealth. I think I always did straight rolls. I did not know that.
Yep, ring mail. If you look at the heavy armor, ring mail is heavy armor. Stealth is at disadvantage.
Oh shit! Now I kind of feel bad about my stealth rolls because I think I always did straight.
Well,
make a little. Yeah, I'll make a little note. Yeah, I'll make a little note.
Keep it in mind going forward.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next item on the list?
Next item is a new axe for Vig.
Axe. All right.
Why did I get scared?
Cause
Vig.
Unless the dice hate me, which I'm willing to burn inspiration on this if I need to. I thought out a whole fucking thing for you.
Me?
Get this man viewer inspiration.
So we making an axe from scratch, or are we enchanting the one she has?
We are making an axe from scratch because I have a custom design I want to do with this.
Oh fuck!
Oh shit! All right.
Oh no! Okay.
We're down to I've got it named already.
Oh my god! Is it Sun?
It is not. You actually get a well thought out name.
I don't know. Malvhor and I could be Moon and Sun.
Jesus Christ.
Is this just going to be a base axe, or is there going to be any sort of enchantments on top of it?
It's going to be keen.
Okay, a keen axe.
We're making a keen axe.
All right, I'm gonna raise the DC a little bit since this is all from scratch.
That's fine.
All right, so it's gonna be a keen axe. Let's see how much. Nope, too far. Is this a regular axe or like a great axe?
What kind of axe does Vig currently use?
Good question. Let me check.
Hand axe?
No. She has one of those.
I think it's just a straight axe because she uses it one-handed and it's versatile, from what I remember.
Yeah, it just says axe. It's the one that does 1d8 plus whatever.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say this will cost you a gold for the materials.
Okay. I'm basically poor now, but...
Do you need money? Fig will give you the money.
Okay. Vig can pay for it.
Fig just gives you all of her 8 gold because she doesn't care for it.
Okay.
I don't care for money. You know this. Here. If you need it, you need it.
Okay. Same rolls before?
Since we're creating something from scratch, I will. This might need to be strength based to actually mold and hammer the axe into shape and everything.
Okay.
So you do your proficiency plus strength.
Okay, so we're gonna do a weird one here. So bear with me. It's going to say writing strength because I made the version I did for all the various writing ones were.
Okay.
I just did them as under tools. So.
We can do the same thing and just make the tool query the ability.
Yeah. I've never updated it since you mentioned how to do that the one time. Okay. Bye, Inspo.
Oh no.
Oh!
23. The DC was 14, so.
This is worth it. This is freaking worth it.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and describe what this axe looks like.
I'm gonna do one better. I'm sending you the picture.
What?
I will post it in so that Lindsay can obviously see it too. I will post it in our player chat or the campaign chat.
What we got here?
Ooh.
Oh boy.
It is Lagrist, the Keen Cleaver.
That's
and
a sick
the
name.
thought process behind this is playing on your heritage of the time you spent with the elves, along with honoring your friend that has fallen to vampirism. So the blade itself has kind of a winged design. And it is excessively sharp.
Hell yeah.
It's
Crit
terrible.
range increased by 1.
Hit that. So do I keep my normal thing here but just do that, the hit range, or?
So it does the same damage. The crit range increases to 1, so you crit on 19s and 20s.
Okay, so I'll add my did you crit bitch and make it did you crit on 19 bitch.
You can in the
Item entry.
In your item sheet change that's crit range.
Oh, even better. Okay.
Because that's what I've got for my broadsword too, is it's a 19 to 20.
I will.
That was worth inspo. That's 100% worth
That's
inspo.
awesome. Where did you? That's in the settings of my.
Let me bring up your character sheet. Where's Fig? Where's Fig? There's Fig.
So there's if you click the gear thing, there's a crit range.
That's yeah.
You just change it to 19.
So you want to go to your axe.
Yeah, I was at.
Make a whole new one. See crit range here.
Oh, I
Since
was
it is
looking in
named
the wrong
Blade.
area. I see it. Okay, we're good.
Or if you're just going to use the same one, just update the name. Unless you plan on using both axes.
She starts dual wielding.
This is the beginning of that. The
Horrifying.
shield goes away, now she dual wields.
Yeah, no, she keeps the shield, so she'll replace this axe, so I'll replace it with the name. The only other thing she does is that she removes the ribbon from the old axe, and she ties it at the end of the new one.
I like it.
So now that axe is the same thing with a little loop at the end, and the streaming of the ribbon is behind it, as normal. Which is probably very dirty by now. The ribbon.
It can get washed, it's fine. It's only soaked in the blood of your enemies thousands of times over.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Surprised
Now you get to have the
singed.
mental image of this is what you're hefting over your shoulder now when you're getting ready to cut someone in half.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank
Very
you.
gothic inspired.
In
our
I had plans for this. Once I started deciding, it's like, While the first two were doing their things, like my ADHD brain go burr. Hold on, let me see how I want to do this. Look over like 8 different designs for the axe, about half a dozen names, settled on Keen Cleaver, and that's Cinderin, by the way. So.
Awesome. It's like I feel like Fig would be like in the Dungeons and Dragons movie when what's her face lifts the axe from the lava and goes, I don't hate it. I like this. Like, I feel like she would just take and go, hey, thanks.
Now it's up to you to make it legendary.
Oh, no pressure.
No pressure.
She's already like the freaking chosen one of Yavanna. What's next?
Exactly.
Make it a name the enemy fears.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, that was productive.
You got the first officially crafted weapon from the House of the Hammers of Wrath.
Oh, nice.
Over 1,000 years.
Where's the branding?
It's on there.
It's on the pommel.
Yeah, really.
You just see the crossing hammers. It's fun.
Yeah.
Family crest. There you go.
Love it.
All right.
I
You look
love
really
it.
close on the Horn of Gondor, you'll find it there too.
It's like it's subtly in the design of like the horn pattern. It's like, oh, that's not naturally recurring? No.
No.
Alright, is there anything else you wanted to do that wasn't undertaking specific?
Not me, no. I honestly feel like I would be pouring my all into these 2 pieces of equipment and then basically passing out till it's time to leave. Like I said, they occasionally remembered to bring me food and drink. I went into like full focus craftsman mode.
Wake me up when we're in Osgiliath.
Fig is just carrying him like before.
I was about to say, yeah, that's the trade-off. You 2 have to carry me napping on a stretcher the entire way back.
Alright. Fig!
Hi, me.
You.
Cool.
What does your fellowship phase look like? How do you spend these several weeks?
So I think just narratively speaking at first, because Galad was so adamant on staying with the Avari and wanting to help them to start redeeming himself and whatnot, I'm sure the first few days are just going to be, again, narratively spent of her just like I like being that overprotective mom peeking from around the corner from afar going like, is he safe?
Keep it safe.
Yeah. But after all of that, or among all of that, whatever, my official first undertaking is going to be heal corruption. And I only have 1 shadow point, but I also feel like it's also important for her to reflect on everything that's happened recently, especially with Galad and how he chose to return to face the shadow, whatever, by himself, and thus has been overcome, taken over, whatever you want to say. And so since that has obviously affected her greatly, I think the kind of heal corruption is just also going to help with all of that inner reflection and taking a deep breath and wanting to clear the mind, clear the senses, and move forward. So how I would like to do that, or how Fig would like to do that, is doing what Fig does best and go probably a day out into like nature and just use the stillness and quietness of nature to just be able to reset for herself. So I know the area is mostly like grassland and some mountains and whatnot. So she'll take her time to go through kind of a little bit of all of that, starting out in the grasslands and probably going up like a mountain to just get some cold, fresh mountain air, and then just sit there and probably meditate or just listen and be with Mother Middle Earth nature like she loves best. It's not as poetic as Malvhor, but Fig can be a simple
not exactly a poetic person.
Fig can be a simple creature sometimes. Even though her player is not.
Not gonna lie, the only thing that came to my mind when you said, I'm gonna go do what Vig does best, and I was just sat here, I was like, brood?
Yeah.
Looks scary in a corner?
Right? Brood.
Vig's good at a lot of things that are very non-standard.
Yeah.
Alright. Unless you feel differently, that is still a lot of inward self-reflection. I would ask for an insight check. Unless there is a different argument you have on what befits your personality on how you're doing this.
I would love to do a nature check, because for her, the only way for her to potentially gain this kind of inner reflection and insight and whatnot is by setting herself out in nature to begin with. Because in her mind, the way to do this process 100% has to be in a nature setting. So I feel like she's specifically going out into nature to get this done, and so nature is what matters the most to her.
Okay. Go ahead and do a nature check to see if you can sort of attune to nature itself and listen to it.
All right.
Sort of.
All right, let's see how this goes. 12. I don't think that cut it. Which is fine.
You go out into the mountains and find sort of solid grassy ground to sort of be upon and sort of sit on an outcropping to look over the land below, and you feel the cold wind blow in from the north. Somebody like yourself who has been in the wilderness for so long knows the signs of early winter when you feel them, especially way up here in the mountains. And being attuned into nature, you take this to be a bit as a ill omen, an early winter, a cold winter coming in. Cold, often associated with the dark and the brooding. Things sort of lingers in your mind. It's hard to shake. Not today.
That's okay. That's okay. Then, when she feels like she has done her best, she will return to the settlement and, can you... I was between two undertakings still for my second one, so I'm deciding right now.
Okay.
Can you describe to me again, really quick, what the Avari settlement is like in terms of oh crap, what's the word? No, it's fine. In the end, I don't think she would do that one. She's gonna return from the mountain. Sorry, brain farted there. She's going to return from the mountain, and she's going to do the next thing that kind of gives her comfort. And she's going to bring out Wild Step. And I would like to do the, I think you just messaged it to me. Nope, that's a different message. Never mind.
No.
The undertaking that involves training your horse, I think is what it is. Yeah.
Yes.
So when it's not nature, it's also animals.
Okay. So that is in the Rhûn region guide. So give me 1 second.
No problem.
what does Wild Step have right now?
Wild Step is not a warhorse.
Yes, this is correct.
Okay, making sure that was known. Let me open their character sheet.
Sturdy. Okay, so you can do this.
Yay!
Rules is written. I'm gonna read it off here.
Okay.
When you select this undertaking, you spend time training one of your horses to display a feature. You make a wisdom animal handling check with a DC equal to 10 plus the horse's status, which I can tell you the status here in a second.
Okay.
On success, the horse now has that new feature. However, rules is written here, a horse can only have one trained feature at a time. So they currently have Sturdy as one of their trained features. So you can replace it by training it to display something different, if that is something you want to do.
What is Sturdy? Receive permanent harmony when this horse here.
I can tell you the other ones that you can train it to have,
Please, yes.
if that helps. Fiery. A fiery horse can appear unruly and overly spirited, but its restlessness becomes an advantage in the hands of its rider when battle is joined. A character riding this horse has disadvantage on all riding checks, but gains advantage on attack rolls when they instruct the mount to charge.
Okay.
Night-eyed. It is said that a night-eyed horse can see the breeze in the dark and warn its rider of an impending danger. A rider of this horse does not suffer disadvantage due to poor lighting conditions.
Okay.
Proud. A proud horse is tall and clean-limbed and has a noble bearing, whether it is walking or galloping. A rider of this horse has advantage on all persuasion and tradition checks made while mounted.
Huh. Okay.
Strong. A strong horse has a broad chest with thick and robust muscles and is well suited to charge its enemies headlong. Add +2 to damage rolls granted by the charge action.
Okay.
Sturdy, you have that one now.
Mm-hmm.
Sure-footed. A sure-footed mount is less likely to stumble or slip when riding across pathless terrain or upon ruined roads and bridges. This mount is unaffected by difficult terrain and can maintain 40 miles a day across hard terrain. Swift. A swift mount responds promptly to the rein and its rider's voice commands, making it easier for them to perform tasks and maneuvers. The mount's speed increases by 5 feet.
Huh.
Tireless. A tireless horse needs only a few hours to recover from a full day's ride, thus making it easier for its rider to bear with the fatigue of a journey. The horse is not affected by exhaustion levels that modify its movement. Levels 2 and 5 have no effect on the mount. And finally, Trample. This horse has been trained to attack downed foes. The horse moves at least 20 feet straight towards a creature and then successfully strikes that creature with its hooves. The target must make a strength saving throw, DC equal to 10 plus the horse's strength mod, or be knocked prone. If the target is knocked prone, then the horse may use its bonus action to make another hooves attack.
Winfola had that. Okay.
Okay.
Can you read out loud again?
No. You needed to
strong.
All of that.
I think it was strong, sure-footed, and swift-footed or something.
Strong, add 2 to damage bonus granted by the charge action.
Mm-hmm.
Sure-footed, mount is unaffected by difficult terrain and can maintain 40 miles a day across hard terrain. That, I'll pretty much say, is more useful in the journey phase.
Yeah.
If your route goes over difficult and hard terrain. Problem is that when journeying as a group, you sort of yield to the lowest common denominator. So I don't know how.
That's what I was thinking.
That will actually be unless the entire party has it. If you journey off by yourself, fantastic.
Right.
But just something to think about.
Yeah. No, I was. In
Swift was the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Movement speed increased by 5.
I will take strong. So,
Strong?
yeah, I will, I guess kind of piggybacking narratively off of Sturdy, Fig will keep training, Wild Step, especially still in the legs where, he got scarred in the marshes and everything. So she's making sure that, those hooves are still strong and that he's still strong after all of the journeying and whatnot, and to kind of shift from being robust to just a more powerful attacker type in battle in case she needs it. But she'll be bonding with him more, and she'll be focusing on that he can take care of himself if need be.
All right. Let me read Goldwyn's patron handout real quick to make sure she doesn't give you any bonuses to this training check.
Oh.
You are considered proficient in animal handling when dealing with horses if you aren't already.
Okay.
Just so you know, from her patron.
Mm-hmm.
Traditions check, audience phases. If the individual will be determined when the fellowship first gains on No, that's specifically with her. You can learn under her to tame wild horses. Okay. What type of horse is Wild Step?
I have no idea. I just know he's not a war horse. He's got an armor class of 12 with measly amount of hit points. Trained mount? Like
not a war horse. I think they're a palfrey.
Oh, I could.
Do you have a stat block that you can see that's for the default that should sit under your handouts? Palfrey or Destrier. Destrier is a war horse.
Palfrey.
So you have a palfrey. Okay. All right.
I was going to say palfrey was sounding familiar.
It's a status of 2. Okay. So your DC for your animal handling check for the training is 12. So go ahead and make an animal handling check. If you're not proficient in it by default, you do have proficiency in this case.
I am proficient.
Okay.
So I just need to get 12 again. No big deal, right?
Yep.
Wrong.
12. All right.
Wrong.
Wrong. I guess Matt and I did not look out this so well. And,
Nope.
That's okay.
Wild Step is a bit stubborn to sort of not unlearn, but move away from having that trait and taking on the new one.
Okay.
So, always try again later.
No, I will understand what that Wild Step is reluctant about it, and after a while Fig will stop and she'll just give him some pets and go. I understand. Sometimes you just don't want to change, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then I'll go on a day or two ride with him for just, freedom.
I did give you a bonus to that roll for the bonding and relationship that you do have with him. It still wasn't enough.
That's fine. It's okay.
Just want you to know the things you are doing with the horse are being beneficial. Your dice are just not cooperating.
You mean all the carrots I fed him didn't do jack? It's fine. No, it's fine.
That's why you didn't get kicked in the face for trying this.
Yeah.
Wildstep and I are very good friends, I'll have you know.
Yeah,
You told him to change.
He's not the early spirit in spirit.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to make sure he could take care of himself and be stronger. It's fine. It's fine. I think the only other thing is also narrative, and I meant to say this at the very beginning too, because I did have a letter written for Auditor. Sending that out via bird would have been the first thing I did right after everyone split.
Okay.
So that it gets to the Greenwood sooner than later, hopefully.
Yeah, the Avari do have a roost of messenger birds that they can lend for the message.
Cool. That's me.
Cool. Thank you for taking that undertaking. That's a new one. No one's done that one yet, so.
Didn't I do that to get sturdy then, or nah?
No, that one I gave you as a reward for bonding initially.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So, and that was all still new, so that's how that came about originally.
Okay.
But no, I appreciate it.
No problem. I was trying to just do something different. I almost decided on opening a sanctuary, but that's just not Fig.
No.
It's just not what Fig would do.
That's what Fig will do in her late 80s.
That's what... No, because, like, I thought about it, and in my brain I was like, well, Nayla did it once because that was part of her character arc, and then Thea is completely the person that would totally do it, and then I compared those two to Fig, and I was like, yeah, Fig wouldn't do it. Fig doesn't need to establish a civilization. She'd rather get away from it and live in the trees, so...
Live in the trees.
That's fair.
Well, with that, if anyone hasn't done it yet, you can all regain all of your hit points and hit dice.
Except me.
If you haven't done that before.
Oh!
And the 2 shadow points really doing me in.
Ah, yes. You're still down 1 hit die.
Sorry, didn't mean to click that. Was trying to click an arrow.
Alright. Make sure I get everything with the fellowship phase. Alright, is there anything the party with the Avari wish to do before departing and meeting back up in Pelagir?
Nope.
I tell Galad to be safe and watch his own back. And not piss anybody off.
That's just sound advice.
I just give Vig and Galad both my inspiration behind the blade itself, and then go back to sleep until we leave. 2 enchantments in 2 weeks. I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
Alright. You all say your goodbyes to the Avari and Romastamo and Galad. Gather your horses and your things and depart, heading back down the mountains and then heading south back towards the region of Gondor. For the next several weeks, the 3 of you journey across the plains and back down into the marshlands that border Mordor, taking whatever time you need to bond and discuss things moving forward until you eventually come through the Anduin on the eastern side of Osgiliath through Ithilien. Make your way to the western bank and then head down through Pelennor and head down south to the harbor city of Pelagir, where you do meet up with your 4th compatriot. Where are we all meeting? Where would we like to reconvene as we close out this fellowship phase?
I would assume Malvhor told us to meet in, I guess, Goldwyn's old house. That would make sense. Or correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, Malvhor didn't tell you where to meet anywhere, actually.
Redacting a little.
But,
I feel like that would have been the common sense place we checked first.
That
probably. During the day, Malvor's in town proper, you know, doing his undertakings and such. But he does return to the house.
I was gonna say, would we, like, is Duster there?
Yeah, Duster's there. Duster's at the house. I don't take Duster into town.
So then that would be a pretty clear indication.
Would it?
I hope.
Maybe something happened to him.
Oh no.
Maybe he's
Or if he
dead.
doesn't show up by that night, he's dead. So.
Is Duster there?
At least now we
Yes,
made
he's
it this
there.
far.
Does Duster look fed?
Duster's just emaciated.
Oh.
Emaciated.
Emaciated. Thank you.
Emaciated.
I will give Duster carrots. I have no carrots and I have no honey cakes.
You're all out.
Crime. This is a crime. I need Locke. Give me my money back. I'm kidding. It's fine.
And this is where we find out that Vig's other undertaking we weren't aware of is she learns how to bake.
I'm not gonna lie, I was hella tempted to do something like that this round, to just for narrative shits and giggles, like
Make
just
her own
bake.
cakes.
Yeah.
There's a cultural virtue for the Bjornings that's twice baked honey cakes.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I was heavily, we talked about it a little bit, but I wouldn't have been able to, that would be since it's a virtue, I would have to do it for like ASI instead of undertaking, so, but I need my ASI.
Alright, well, you all convene a month or so later back in Peligir on the outskirts of the walls of the city in the now once re-inhabited homestead of Goldwyn, though with -3 residents.
Well, been a while.
Yeah, if you'd stuck around, you might have gotten a new toy like the others did.
That's okay. I had some business to take care of, and it's been taken care of.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just kind of got a little used to just not worrying if I'm gonna die tomorrow.
You're traveling alone for weeks. How's that not been anything but your constant thought?
Oh no, I've been living in this house for the past 2 weeks.
Like I said, this is you we're talking about.
Where's Mick? He's Mick.
He's being very needy.
Oh.
Didn't
Sounds about right.
Oh.
In the literal and figurative sense.
Suddenly in the world, we just hear the sky above go, "Oh, it's a Mac Cat!"
Yeah.
And all of our
Oh, what?
characters
Did
just go,
someone
"What
just
the
hear that?
fuck?"
Is that God?
Yeah.
Look, one of the cats from Dorsey is just still around. I don't know.
Oh fuck!
God.
We didn't check on Dorsey in a long time.
Okay,
Oh shit! You're right.
I mean, we're here in town. That doesn't hurt.
All right.
to the cafe.
Let's go to the parlor. See if it's still open. If
He's
Dorsey's
like-
still there.
It's like, oh man, if he got killed there and his body's been there for fucking weeks.
There'd be nothing left. Dorsey had cats.
Do you know
Yeah,
how
the cats
gross
ate 'em.
that? Oh my god.
Would they eat the
that's
bones?
horrible.
Yeah. Cats owe allegiances to no one.
The cats would
Sad.
eventually become the owlbear cub.
Just have a permanent cadre of cats following us.
Are we actually going back there? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? Let's do it.
Seems as good a place to end the night as any.
All right, you guys.
We gotta add some chaos into the episode.
You guys head over towards the parlor.
And if it's abandoned, we could just live there.
Oh my god.
No.
Guys, I got it. We set up
squatting in Goldwyn's
This
old house. What
new campaign.
Establish the cafe.
This becomes a cafe campaign. We just leave the fate of Middle Earth to other people.
Yes, we reestablish the settlement and make our own money, and then eventually, I don't know. Yes.
We buy out all Morgoth soldiers. You work for us now.
The wrought iron sign that's in the shape of like a teacup with a cat sitting on over the top of the door is hanging askew.
Ooh, that's not good
from the
sign.
frame. As you walk up, you do see that the door itself is hanging off its hinges.
Ooh.
Inside, and that there's no lights on.
Uh-oh.
I go in.
It sounds like Beanie.
You go in, and for the most part, it looks like there's scrapes and scratches across the floor.
Oh no!
Large scrapes, not like
Not like
cat
cats.
claws or something like that. The place seems to be in upheaval. There's no flicker of candlelight or anything inside, and there's just broken furniture.
Dulcie!
What did you all do?
He was a spy spying on us. We figured it out and blew his cover, and I think the eye got rid of him.
He got.
Or he fled. One of the two.
He got.
Beyond that, I'm just trying to understand what these giant claw marks are.
Oh, I have no idea. Dulcie!
They're not like claw marks. They're like, think of like heavy wooden furniture, like screw.
Oh, yeah.
That sort of
I was imagining Dorsey being like out the door.
Oh, I was imagining that part of the fight involved Vig being a bear. So
I was not a bear in the cafe.
There's another bear.
No. Yes, I was never a bear in the cafe.
But I take it no one's here.
You look around in the immediate vicinity. There's no responses to your call-outs, and there doesn't appear to be anyone present.
not even any cats.
No cats.
That's a bad sign.
Well, they were all spies for the eye, so.
But they were cats.
Is the painting still there?
The painting is there.
Did I knock it down?
All right.
You know, it'd be cathartic to burn that painting.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, Vig, make it kindling. That will be the first honorary act of your axe.
Please do, dude.
Wait,
Yeah,
are
Fig,
you
destroy the
serious?
painting. Yeah, destroy the painting. It'll be cathartic.
I'll just shrug. I'm gonna put it on top of the table that was there in like the lounge area, and then I'll walk a few steps back, turn around, take the axe, and then just do a mighty wham down on it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
No. Okay.
Come on,
wait,
first crit.
I thought I closed out my character sheet because I was like, I don't need to do any more rolls.
Oh my god, Lindsay, until the session ends, it's still going.
This is the first time I ever closed my character sheet early. Hold on. What'd you say, attack roll? Okay, I go. 8.
Hey.
Wait, no, 13. Sorry.
At advantage, it's an inanimate object. For the love of God.
Did you
10.
crit? You did not crit.
I did not crit, bitch.
It dodged, obviously a mimic.
Oh my god, if it's a mimic.
Ooh. Ah!
It just turns into a cat, a giant like saber-toothed cat. Oh no, what the fuck is he typing?
Always a good question.
It's a magically enchanted painting.
I hit it. The moment I hit it, the whole building blows up.
You bring the axe down, and it cuts through the painted canvas, sort of in a dead center between, right at the the neck and the chest of Queen Baruthiel. that you sort of run it through, and you hear the wood on the back end of the frame chip away and splinter a bit. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it was enchanted.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
My eye is itchy. Okay.
You know, this is strangely validating.
It is, because that painting's been...
6!
Well,
I really should have given you inspiration or something. Biotic inspiration or something. Too late now.
Goodbye, friends. Thanks for the new axe. I only got to use it once.
No, you just got a shadow point.
Oh God, please no.
I hope that's the worst that he does.
We summoned
I'd rather
the spirit of
take
Kreen
damage.
Berithriel.
Yes, a wraith shows up. Now we fight.
I'm digging up the item because I never thought this would actually happen.
This is what happens at 10:30 after not playing and streaming for 4 weeks.
God.
We finally destroy the magically enchanted cursed painting that we've checked forward, backwards, all around, taking it out of the frame before, checked the image itself.
Man, fuck this painting.
Dorsey.
What if
Again,
Dorsey was hiding in it like it was a bag of
Validating.
holding?
It's just validating that.
That'd be
I'm
triple
sorry it
sour,
happened to
dude.
you and not to me, but
I know, because
it's still
Fig
validating.
Fig was like, wait, you really want me to do this? Okay, fine. She was just rolling with it. She was satisfied with knocking it off the wall.
The fuck did I put this? Okay.
Oh no.
Alright, I'm just gonna come
Stop it.
What?
whisper to you. I'm gonna come
Oh
whisper.
no. A whisper.
I don't
Okay.
like this. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself.
Everyone, Lindsay's dead.
R.I.P. Lindsay.
Were you around? Were you around? I don't think you were. You weren't around.
Nope.
Locke.
Probably not.
When we came across Dorsey having a secret meeting in his basement
No.
of this building with orcs and
That was when you
corsairs.
guys had Jake and not me.
Yeah.
That was while I was on my time off.
Oof.
Moore was with us though.
Yeah, more was.
Oh, Cirion,
That
you
was
might
when
be
that was
interested
the
in
same day
this.
that you guys were creeping on him.
Yeah, Cirion, you might be interested in this.
What?
Baradol is currently on a mission or a quest of some sort in Umbar.
Guess where we're going.
And
It's
Captain
not his boyfriend
Captain
again.
Turgon has lost contact with him. So he's asked
No!
he's asked if we have the chance to track down
Oh god,
Baradol
Lindsay's
and
face.
make sure everything's okay.
Oh god, Lindsay's face. I don't like this, guys.
I mean,
I'm not having a good...
are we gonna have to put down Fig?
Everyone, Lagris's first victim is going to be the person it was intended for.
Fig, you okay? Fig. I like to think
I
Fig is
don't-
just like staring at the painting.
Yeah, beat up the axe now.
Yay! Woo!
Dual wield axe and sword. Don't know how
I mean,
practical
I'm not
that'd be.
I'm not opposed. I am not opposed.
Because when I think of an axe, like a lot
my
of
God,
axes in my
what
mind take
What's
two
going
hands.
on?
She's cursed to be a cat.
This is what it's like to be a cat.
This is a horrible day to forget how to read lips.
So if Fig doesn't respond, how long do we give Fig to respond? Like 15 minutes, you think?
At this point, I don't even know. At
It's
this point, I'm a
5
little
rounds.
worried.
30 seconds.
Big, hey. I'm gonna see if there's I'm gonna see if there's any supplies. Like maybe there's like a half-drunk bottle of whiskey for you, Cirion. That's tucked away that no one's found yet.
I don't need it.
Wait.
What?
What?
I'm not thirsty.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you can keep it for later.
Nah. Maybe.
Give me that armor back.
Wait,
I don't believe
Cirion.
you who you say you are.
Are we sure this is Cirion?
I'm not now.
What happened in the last month, Cirion?
A lot.
What did I miss, Locke?
I don't know. This is news to me as well.
Big. This is
What?
important.
What happened to
Cyrion's
your
having a
face?
crisis.
What happened to my face?
We
Something.
just watched that entire exchange go down and just staring at your face with various reactions. It's like,
I can't even tell you.
Figs.
No, so you guys see unless Brian wants to describe it.
Yeah, and Fig sends her axe through the painting.
Send it.
That's it.
Fig.
Usually that's all that happens.
Fig.
What?
Cirion isn't feeling well. Something's wrong with Cirion.
Did
I
I?
used alcohol.
I offered him whiskey, the benefit of whiskey, and he declined it.
Wait, all I did was cut this painting. What happened in the second that I did that?
I don't know.
No.
I was making small talk, asked Cirion about if he wanted some whiskey, and he said no. He wasn't. I'm just. It's so surprising.
No, I say good for you, because it's poison.
Well,
What are you gonna drink at the taverns now?
Water. Like a
maybe
normal human.
I'll have maybe ale to wash down a breakfast, but no.
No, you use water to wash down food.
What about
use
milk?
water to wash down food?
Or perhaps we can make that bean water when made once.
Oh, that was
Lord,
good.
we're not giving you coffee ever again.
You could always have tea. Oh, we're going to Umbar. Isn't that? I bet they're gonna have lots of coffee in Umbar.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Sweet
plus
mother
side.
of Christ.
Okay, but in all
This
seriousness
painting
now,
is smashed. Does anyone want it?
no. I mean, I kind of want to
No.
burn it, but yeah,
Okay,
why
you
not?
Burn it. That's fine.
There's a hearth in here. Throw it in the hearth, set it ablaze.
Okay.
I take the painting, put it in the fireplace, and I set it on fire.
Good talk, team. Good talk.
Good. I never liked your face.
Oh, was I not supposed to do that?
I am fine with you doing it.
It was just, it's a creepy painting.
Yes, it
The
is
fact that
creepy.
it was left here?
I feel like you're trying to break the fourth wall a bit and get a bit of information that you don't really have any business knowing right now, so.
Well, that's enough of that.
Precisely.
The creepy paintings burned and destroyed and will not hurt us ever again.
And
How do we plan to get to Umbar?
I don't know, Vig, what does the smash painting have to say?
Do we want to take a boat, or are we just gonna take our horses?
Yes, we're going to ride our horses across the ocean.
No, the land keeps going. If you,
see, this is going to be the recurring joke that never ends now until we find out what the hell it did to Lindsay. Just occasional random references to the painting.
I think we just take.
How do you know I wasn't making all those faces to be dramatic?
Because you're you can't hide your emotions that well.
Shut
mean,
up.
I can just say at a very high level what happened. if we all really want to know.
We do.
I'm fine with not knowing, but I mean, if you're gonna tell, I want to know.
Yeah.
I'll leave
Here,
it up to the party.
At a high level, is this something that's going to kill us later?
It can.
Then yes, I have interest.
I'm more inclined to leave it a secret then, because it's dramatic.
Because I told Brian, I was like, no, this would make a great side thing.
Side thing?
to figure out later.
Kevin's the deciding vote.
Kevin, do you want to know or not?
I don't care is not an option.
Kevin said, yeah, that's 2 yes.
I will say at a very high level, Fig is cursed.
Okay. Is your bear form gonna be a cat bear now?
She tries to transform into a bear, just becomes a house cat.
No, full-size bear with cat ears. Just like,
it's a
and a long
Warcraft
tail.
Druid glyph.
yes.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
That's good enough.
Well, I say we just save the money and we ride our horses to Umbar. I don't know how many ships go from here to there anyway.
Did we not tell someone to wait for us a long time ago to go to Umbar with them?
He's still not waiting. It's been months.
What if we find him again?
If
If
I
he
mean,
happens to still be around.
I bet he's in Umbar. He only came here for that meeting with Dorsey, as far as I know. We could look around town, though. It wouldn't hurt.
Do you think he
Who
took
are you
those?
talking about?
Excuse me, Locke?
Who are you talking about?
There was a Corsair captain who was meeting with Dorsey and orcs. We took the Corsair captain hostage, prisoner, and we were going to negotiate passage to Umbar to search for the Silmaril.
I just kind of lean over and look over at Vig. How did you manage to get them to be cohesive long enough to actually kidnap someone?
Because I sat them down.
Fair.
I told.
Continue.
The captain offered us a ride to Umbar. We got that out of him, and but at the last minute, Moore convinced us to go to Rhûn instead. The captain basically said, "If you're not here by tomorrow, I'm leaving. I'm leaving tomorrow, whether you're here or not."
What Rador did to you convinced us to go to Rhûn.
That was a long time ago. He nearly killed me with a thought.
I need a little bit of extrapolation on this. You all have been leaving quite a few details out.
A lot has happened since you've been gone, Locke. But long short of it, Rador is the mouth of Sauron in disguise.
I know that.
He confronted me. He confronted me at Wynn's house. Tried to threaten me using Wynn's life. He wrapped his hand around my throat, and I passed out and nearly died.
And then we changed our plan to go to Rhûn instead of Umbar because we had figured he knew we were going to go to Umbar in the first place. So we tried to be unpredictable to him for once.
Okay.
So, horses to Umbar then?
Unless you want to try to find your captain in this town.
It does not matter to me. I've never been on a boat.
Well, you're not missing much.
I'm sure we'll get you on a boat someday, Vig. But I don't think that's today. Well, is there anything left to do in town? Or are we ready to hit the road?
I want to go through all of the stuff in here, like the kitchen and the like whatever would be equivalent of a cash register and see if there's anything left over that could be of use.
This place has probably been emptied a dozen
I
times
know,
over,
but I'm still gonna look.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Why not?
Register.
I couldn't think of a different. Oh, what? That's when I get the nat 20.
Why do you guys roll natural 20s when there's nothing to find?
Because big number go burr.
Just give us some rations.
You scour over it and you find some old cat food.
Great, cool.
You can use it to piss another cat.
You've unlocked ability.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's the same food that you with last time you were here.
Yeah. You're now proficient in you can use your charisma mod.
Oh good, can I up my animal handling then?
No.
No, this is unique. This is animal handling.
Animal handling doesn't work on this.
Oh Jesus. So I get cursed and then
Wasn't one of your last characters cursed too?
We're not gonna talk about it.
The
Yes.
number of Lindsay's characters that get cursed is kind of a rolling theme at this point.
Am I
didn't think anyone was actually gonna destroy the painting.
Am I currently Travis Willingham right now?
You're not finding talking swords.
Oh, thank God. What if my axe started talking?
Look, I'm good. I'm not that good. And besides, if it got ego from me, it would just call Malvhor old every 5 seconds.
Wait, no, you need to have Moon do that. Every time Malvhor swings the sword, it does an old man joke.
I mean, my horse already got one of the potential names for Malvhor's sword, so... That's Irelara, the Old Grave. Mine is a warhorse, though.
Mine is not. Okay, well, I'm not putting that in my inventory. I will just throw it out the window and see what stray animal wants to eat it to survive.
Well, you lost. That's an endgame item.
You lost the power of...
He needed to defeat Morgoth.
Yeah, I was gonna
eventually made Morgoth's cat really like us, and it would have fallen in the face.
Up against Morgoth, and I just go pss, 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 pss.
Shelob was once known as Sauron's cat, so...
Great, thank you.
There you go.
Awesome, cool.
Morgoth's cat would have been Ungoliant, so there you go.
You could have
I mean,
Ungoliant.
Morgoth and
then
Ungoliant were... They fought each other to death almost.
So then the pss, pss, pss is moot
like a
because
cat.
I am not going into Shelob's lair again.
Right, you're not. We're going into Ungoliant's lair, and you're going this
Oh
time.
fuck!
Oh my
it's
gosh.
different.
So, like, out of character, Morgoth couldn't beat Ungoliant in a 1v1 after she drained the trees. He needed his Balrogs to save him.
Well, I mean...
If you want the pss, 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 you can take it. I don't want it.
No, it's lost now. You threw it.
Wait, you threw it away.
It's like
gone.
a JRPG thing. You threw it out of your inventory. It doesn't exist anymore. It went to the
It's
garbage.
destroyed.
Oh my god.
So how are we getting over?
I said,
Sounds like that horse.
Can-do attitude.
my horse through the desert. You know what? Maybe we should invest in some looser clothing before we leave. Because it is going to be hot. It's in a desert, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a vision of a desert with drakes.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, no, I
So-
spent too much time and energy in my foam-fitting armor. Even though it's black, I think I'll be alright.
Well,
Locke is the first to pass out.
well, I think I'm going to invest in some... How much... Do I have money? Is that a new concept? Do I have money? I never really go shopping. I do have money. I'm going to invest in just some new loose-fitting clothes for hot weather. And some travel rations, because I don't have much, probably. I'm just going to say I have 0 because of my journey here to Pelagia. Because I had 10.
Your traveler's clothes for summer and spring would be sort of 2 silver.
Got it.
Wait, did our traveling packs already summer and spring because of how much time has passed since starting this campaign?
You started in spring, so you started with spring and summer. But if you want to be narrative about it, that the temperature or that the environment is different, I'm just using that as a price point.
Okay. Okay.
I am being narrative about it, and I'm gonna write.
Which is fine.
I'm gonna write desert clothes, and I'm going to be comfy.
We going to Garuda.
Well.
But Garuda's an angry windbird bitch. You know this.
Nah.
Oh wow, they are the same name.
Yeah.
Wait, who am I thinking?
You just realized that?
I did. Why does everything have the same name?
Yeah, so I think we're gonna just we're gonna take our horses to Umbar.
Like mythology is reused in different settings.
Right.
Okay.
Shit, Quetzalcoatl exists in the Final Fantasy universe.
I know. My favorite is Odin when I just spam the shit out of him for the Wondrous Journal.
Oh my god.
Let's see.
I take 30 seconds to beat his ass and then I restart.
Brian got called out the other day.
I did, and then I left chat.
Yes, he did.
Huh?
In Imke's stream, they were talking about Final Fantasy, and Nick immediately goes, "Brian, you should play
playing
again."
that haven't been playing it for a while.
But she's on a European server. I'm not gonna migrate, even if I do come back on.
Oh, we're not telling you to migrate. We're just telling you to play the game. Period.
Oh, well, yeah. Eventually, when I have time.
God, that's a hell of an asterisk.
Right. All right. What are gonna be the journeying rules here? Who's our guide?
Oh no.
Any takers? Because if not, I'll do it.
I'm
Don't test
always
me.
divided on this because I am the perception guy on this group, I think.
Yeah.
You are.
I have a plus 11.
Since I did research on Umbar, I will be the guide.
Okay.
So I'm proficient in perception, but it's a +5.
Guide isn't really perception anyway. It is wisdom based, but it's not perception.
Oh, I'm dumb as fuck.
We're talking scout, which is perception, or lookout. Lookout, that's what I'd be doing. Because passive perception of
luck.
21 now?
Passive perception of 40. Good luck.
Scout.
What the hell? I'll do it.
That's survival.
No, because you have that's stealth.
Scout?
Scout does usually have stealth elements with it.
Oh, then fuck no.
He's got disadvantage on that shit.
I was gonna say, I will get clapped immediately.
I can do scout if someone wants scout to be filled in.
I'm just gonna do everything, it's fine.
I've got a +6 to stealth. I can. Plus, I can be bear. No one can mess with bear.
And I
You
mean,
don't poke bear.
Scout fig makes sense because you lived in the wilderness for so long.
I'm literally sitting here, it's like, I am the ultimate multitasker. Unfortunately, no one else in the group is at the moment.
Nayla was the same way when I had her, yeah.
11 perception, 13 stealth, 11 survival, because I have expertise in all 3 of them.
I have, like, all of mine is, like, either int or charisma skills. I have +7 history, +11 investigation, +13 persuasion.
Man, I suck compared to you.
Nah.
That leaves Hunter with Cirion.
Hi, I'll get food.
What's your survival?
You have a great personality. It's a 1.
Hey, my survival's a 2, so.
I'm sure you'll roll better than me.
I'm so divided on this. Do we want to eat or do we want to not get ambushed?
It's
Not
fine.
good ambush is pretty good.
It's fine.
Okay. I'll stay lookout then.
Alright. Malvhor guide, Lock lookout, Fig scout, Cirion hunter.
Ooh, that's
Okay. Well, Malvhor, do you know how to get to Umbar?
I mean, I studied it for 2 weeks. Yeah, I know it wasn't one of my questions, but that seems like an easy answer to get. Could I have acquired a map in the Hall of Lore? Doesn't have to be anything fancy.
You might have been able to procure one. Let's see. You guys just think you just know where you're going.
Well, I mean, most of the time we
Yes.
have. Because most of the campaign has been in Gondor.
Until you went to the Greenwood, and
Until
then
we went to Rhûn,
and
and
then
Mordor.
all these uncharted areas.
Fine.
No one in this group has been to Umbar.
Who
Right, Locke?
decided to let the old man?
Too bad we don't have
Oh,
Win
no,
with
I'm-
us.
I've lived a long effing time. There's a good chance I've covered most of Middle-earth in this time, but how recent is that memory? That's the magic question.
Hey, I asked if there were any elves in Umbar, and I was told no.
Exactly. So my knowledge might, the path I know might be 900 years old at this point and not exist due to natural changing landscapes. So don't rely on me.
Alright, there was a crude map within the hall that you can either let them see if they will let you borrow it for a price, or that you can try your hand at copying to the best of your ability.
I'll try my hand at copying to the best of my ability.
Okay, just give me a sleight of hand check.
13.
Good to know.
You have viewer inspo, by the by.
I do! Thank you for the reminder. Thank you, Paul.
For the sake of making it a
16.
little bigger. There we go.
16. Okay.
We passed the 15 threshold.
We did. Woo! Not that it necessarily means anything, but woo!
Okay. The map helps. Otherwise,
We'd
you
be
would have been wandering
wandering.
aimlessly.
That's how all the best adventures start.
Lost in the desert. We just wander
Yeah,
the
let's
desert
check.
till we come across a group of people. We kill them and take their stuff, and we can find our way
It was
home.
on this
I
day
will-
that Matt met a camel.
I will share in Discord over this coming week a map for you guys, because this map on Roll20 does not go that far south.
Nope.
For the sake of me, for prepping and everything, and if you're going on horseback, I'm going to say you pretty much have 2 routes available. One actually sticks to a road and goes more east, that you will eventually have to cut over and come south. It would probably be a longer route, but it would be easier travel. The other one is a straight shot for the most part to cross 2 rivers and sort of hug the shoreline, which would be a shorter distance but might be more difficult terrain. To give you an idea based on the map drawing that you have, Malvhor, that straight shot would result in roughly what is that? about 500-ish miles of travel. The road that you could follow as the road goes all the way up to Ithilien, so you could cross over from Peligir and head into Ithilien in the east and immediately follow the road.
Oh, I see it on the map.
Yeah, that's that road and goes down south. This is a bit more of a bitch to measure. It's at minimum, without being very quick about it, is going to be at least double the mileage, but easier terrain for the most part.
Frankly, I say we just take the road. It does take longer, but at least we know we're on the road then. It's less likely to get lost. Getting lost in a desert is not high on my list of things I'd like to do.
No, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I can get you a more accurate mileage and day.
No, it's fine.
Time.
Even if it's double, we're taking the road, it sounds like.
Yeah, like here, I can...
You just got to make sure you oil up your horses and rotate their hooves.
Actually, I can do a really quick screenshot, actually. Just to give an idea. Let me just see, there's Peligir, there's Umbar, and then you can see the dotted line as the road. Copy to clipboard. Hooray! There you go. So that's in Discord to look at, and for my own purposes, I'll need to actually figure out the mileage, but it sounds like you guys are gonna stick to the road and then cut west back towards, okay. All right. Well, then it sounds like that's where we're going to wrap up tonight, and you guys will begin your next journey to Umbar next week. So that should be a fun leg of the adventure.
Could be.
You guys have wrapped up your fellowship phases. You have departed from Darwinian and Rhûn with new allies now and a new task set before you. And now you head south to a unfamiliar land for yourselves in the hopes of finding familiar faces and friendly faces and begin the next leg of your journey, of your story. So we'll pick up there next week with a embarkation roll and figure out what sort of journey events you run into over this next leg.
No more fucking paintings.
There's only been one!
Assholes.
It's not our
It's like
fault.
it's been a recurring theme.
It's a team effort. We encouraged you, but you wanted it just as much. You wanted it just as much. You were like, oh, destroy this painting? Fuck yeah.
I just wanted to knock it off the wall. And then you're like, yeah, smash it. I'm like, okay.
Never smash.
Well, on that note, that's all for us tonight. We'll be back next Tuesday. Our stream schedule is normal for once, so we'll see you all on Friday to continue things like it is. Stay tuned for some announcements on Friday, and we have some events coming up that we're going to be talking about and all the fun stuff. So, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here. Stay proficient.